Once again, I just want to thank all y'all for all my support. Thank y'all for following me. Thank you for tuning in to all of my streams, watching all my YouTube videos, and we're going to keep grinding.
And this is a team that stands out on and off the court. Taking a look here at some of the numbers for Devin Booker.
And guys, it hasn't been pretty for him in the past 5 games. He's having one of those scoring slumps that all players go through at some point in the season. But I know he hadn't lost his confidence, and I expect this young man to get after it here tonight.
So the opening lineup for the Heat, we've got Paul. Siakam is out there with Nerlens Noel. And there's Gordon, and it's Wiggins in at the 3, the small forward. And for Charlotte, we've got DeMarcus Cousins, Booker out there with White. Then there's Gallinari, and it's Washington in at the power forward position. And here is Siakam, following the three-pointer by Derek White. Here's Booker. No good that time. Now the Heat take it the other way.
And that one was all about offensive execution, running your plays, picking your spots.
And as long as you do that, you put yourself in a good position to win, no matter if you're home or away.
Now here's Wiggins. 9-point game his last outing. And it's sent back by White. When you look at the regular season, Chris, was there a part that was more difficult, start or the end, or maybe somewhere in between?
I would say it's somewhere in between, because the physical toll, is felt most down the stretch. But you get a time to refresh and renew and get back to it.
And the rejection by Cousins.
Are using great defensive instincts. Cousins will swat anyone's shot away. He's relentless.
And he gets the bucket.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Yeah, very little resistance. I mean, you had to bring much faster help than that.
Now here's White. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against the Knicks in New York.
Yeah, and as good of a scorer as he was in that game, he was even a better passer. A lot of assists for him.
Now, here's Siakam. Devin Booker missing his last shot. Yep, it counts.
I mean, this is Gordon's offensive instincts going to work. I mean, feeds the open man the moment he spots him.
The Bobcats have gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. White the pass to Cousins. He kicks to Gallinari. Offline with his 3.
Oh, their goal on D is to not give him any clean looks from long range.
Wiggins, and Wiggins throws it down.
And with that height and incredible leaping ability, Wiggins can throw it down as easy as anyone.
Outside, White. That shot off. The Heat have gone 3 of 5 shooting the ball so far. Gordon the pass to Paul. On the wing, Wiggins. Off target with his 3. And so Cousins will bring it up for Charlotte. They trail by 1. This, of course, their first chance to play Miami this season. From the sideline, let's catch up with Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Well, I got to talk to James Borrego a bit a few minutes ago. He believes that Pascal Siakam has reached that superstar level and has to be treated as such. Coach said he's going to get our undivided attention. The same things you do against LeBron or KD, we're going to do against Pascal. Now that is some respect. Back to you guys.
Thank you, David. The Heat shooting their first free throws of the night.
And they've had really good numbers all season from the free throw line.
There's 42 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Guys, they're looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
To halt the run, and he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
When Cousins has the rock inside, he's ridiculously efficient. He just has such power when he has the ball down low.
This is his first free throw of the game.
And, you know, something I remember from their last game was how good he was at the line.
Now, here's Paul. He had a 30-point outing their last game again. 8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Chalk up 2 there.
So composed and confident. I mean, Paul isn't the biggest guy. That doesn't stop him from getting it done inside.
Booker against Gordon. Booker looking around. For three. Drops in the tray. And that makes it a tie ball game.
And really, Booker is as lethal as they come from deep. Can't allow him to get into a groove.
It's a tie game in Charlotte. And we'll get things started in the second. When it comes to the art of providing leadership, CP3.
The guys on the team already tell me.
Well said. He does a great job of keeping everyone involved and on the same page.
And Kevin, he practices what he preaches. He plays the right way and motivates his teammates to do the same.
Some good action already in this one, but a fairly even matchup after the first quarter of play. And when you consider how Charlotte is doing, guys, what do you think?
Just stretching out the floor in that first, they had the defense scrambling.
But just wearing them out. I mean, when you space the floor like this, the defense has to run and expend energy.
They've got Washington. Derek White is out there with Devin Booker. Then there's DeMarcus Cousins, and it's Gallinari in at the small forward. So that's who Charlotte starts the second with. Gordon with it. Now guarded by Booker. Gordon goes in. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
That makes it 10 of their last 12 coming from inside the paint.
Booker outside. Gallinari up top. Tipped away. And Paul with a clear path to the hoop. Drops in the breakaway layup. Paul's got the lead up to 3 now for Miami.
Yeah, and they're starting to warm up from the field this quarter.
Passes it to Gallinari. Noel against Cousins. And they double up Cousins. And a bit of a battle here for the ball. The official signals a jump ball here. An outstanding defensive play to earn the Mobile One block.
Every basket's a big one in a tight game, and he is not about to give up an easy look.
And it's the Heat with the ball. The Heat leading by 3. Guys, a potent offense right now.
You know what, guys, and they're playing with a certain amount of assuredness in their game. That type of confidence is what leads teams to having success.
Basket good.
Man, have they been effective at getting the ball inside.
Siakam's gone a perfect 3 for 3 so far. Outside, White. It's Gallinari on top of the key. Pass to Cousins. 5 on the clock. Over Noel. No good from Cousins.
Does a good job just to get the shot off clean. Even if you can't knock it down, the fadeaway is really his only choice there.
Pass to Noel. Back to Paul. Good. Nice job down low. Paul's got 4 this quarter. Looking at current NBA players, Greg, leaving aside the real star players, who would you love to have played with from this era?
And there's so many guys that, you know, and I hate to call them role players because they bring so much more to the table. But in reality, they got to fill some roles, right? And, you know, John Collins is a guy who's got great potential, a tremendous finisher around the rim. How about Robert Covington, a smooth shooter who defends his tail off? Davis Bertans, a deadly floor spacer who can put the ball down and create and make plays. So there's so many guys like that in the league that make a difference in determining whether your team can win or lose.
Boy, those are 3 names I don't know that I would have mentioned, so I'm glad you did. About 3 minutes played so far in the second quarter. And White kicks to Booker. And the rejection by Noel. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by White. And taking a broader look here at the year-over-year scoring trend for Devin Booker.
And one thing that has been very consistent for him the last few years, his ability to continue to deliver more and more offense. He's been doing everything that's been asked of him.
And Paul gets it to go in.
Man, they are starting to pull away here as the shots continue to fall.
And now it's looking like it's going to be their night. I mean, the lead keeps getting bigger, bigger, bigger.
Booker draws the double and wrestling for it there, but no one has possession. We'll have a jump ball. And Miami has possession. And here are the Heat. They're on a 14-3 run. Gordon kicks to Paul. And the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
The Heat shooting their third free throw shot of the game.
He's a proven winner. I mean, it's easy to appreciate the skill set of Paul, a masterful shooter and a clever defender.
The pass to Booker. Alinari on the wing. Clock at 6. A second chance effort. And it's denied. Sent back by Siakam. A big-time effort for Chris Paul. All right, David, thank you. And stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Chris Paul has been the story in this one. He had 13 points and 1.
And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. It's been a clinic by Chris Paul.
Man, he's been running wild on him through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
And as they can't slow him down, you know what you do? You keep feeding them and feeding them and feeding them. This is the right game plan.
Our second half of basketball, and presented by Gatorade. Let's see who's all fueled up and on the floor to start the third. On the court for the Heat, Andrew Wiggins is out there with Pascal Siakam. Then it's Noel. Then it's Chris Paul. And it's Gordon in at the 2-guard. Gordon finds Paul. Nails the wide-open jump shot. Paul's got the lead up to 14 now for the Heat.
And once Paul finds his rhythm, I mean, watch out. He can score in a multitude of ways.
Booker against Gordon. Passes it to Washington. His three-pointers off the mark.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
Siakam misses.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
The shot's good. Cousins has got 11 points.
And Cousins is such an assured shooter. He definitely has a score-first mentality as soon as he gets the rock.
Greg, maybe not the tallest big in the league, but Washington's reach is the great equalizer.
Stands only 6'7", but that 7'2" wingspan, it allows him to play big, snatch rebounds in traffic, and make contested shots in the paint. I think the young fella's got a bright future.
Paul against White. Got a piece of it. Paul with the steal. Unloads from 13. Pass to Noel. Paul outside. Right side, Gordon. Shot clock at 6. And the layup falls. And the Heat lead by 16.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Booker inside. Siakam's there. Out to White. They get a hand on it. Paul with the steal. Shoots over White. Paul's shot is off.
That's high-quality defense right there. Reading the situation, reacting, and making that a very tough jump shot.
And the rejection by Noel. Paul against Booker. Paul looking around. Siakam, right side. And it's White with the rebound. Charlotte trails by 16. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
And now Siakam pushing it up and no one back to stop him. Rejected by Booker. White against Paul. Second shot opportunity. Kicks it out to Wiggins. 6 to shoot. Siakam passes to Wiggins. They get the rebound. Noel. And they finally get it to go. A full night's work on the boards in one trip down the floor. Bobcats have gone 2 of 5 shooting here in the third quarter. 3-second difference between shot clock and game clock. White left side. Pass to Cousins. And the rejection by Noel. Siakam kicks to Paul. Fires from deep. Off target. And so it's the Miami Heat with an 18-point lead as the... While we have the chance now, folks, let's go to our State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Well, it's also called making a good read, understanding where everyone is and taking full advantage. Fantastic.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first 3 quarters. White is out there with Devin Booker. Then there's Gallinari. Then there's P.J. Washington. And it's Cousins in at the 5, roaming the paint. So that's the lineup for Charlotte. Greg, you were a physical, defensive-minded player. What are your thoughts on how closely the game is called now as opposed to when you played?
It is, Kevin, and yeah, some people like the physicality of the era I played in, but, you know, I like the beauty of the game with the spacing and the freedom of movement, and I think that's one reason why you see so much switching. It's hard to fight through screens without fouling, and ball handlers have become experts at drawing contact, even if it's, you know, incidental, and I think that's just an area where the game has changed so much that that ability to play in space is so vital.
White against Wiggins. White the pass to Cousins. Over Paul. Gallinari inside the 3-point line. Again, the miss by the Bobcats.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
Gordon deciding where to go with it. Gallinari against Siakam. A floater, and Gordon with the lay-in. Good. 6 points for Eric Gordon.
Gordon's floater is so soft, gliding it beautifully over the D, making it hard to block.
And there's the pass to Cousins. Back to White. And the rejection by Noel. White, good. And we're about 2 minutes into the fourth quarter now. Paul against White. Paul is doubled. Gallinari with the steal. And here comes White, leading the fast break. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. It's going to be on Andrew Wiggins. And that one falls for White. Both good from the line that time. And this next draft, Chris, expected to be the last year of the one-and-done rule. Do you approve of the league once again letting high schoolers be drafted?
Well, yeah, I think if we're finally catching back up with the world, if a man can do the various things that you could do after turning 18, why wouldn't you be allowed to go to a job and make money for your family? So, yeah, I definitely think it's the right thing to do.
They throw good. Siakam.
After a quiet first couple seasons in the league, Siakam really took off in year 3 when he helped the Raptors win their first NBA championship.
And so just rolling to the finish line now in what has been a very confident-looking performance for the Heat.
Their inside game was what secured them the win tonight.
They had their way in the paint, and those are all high-percentage shots, but the defense couldn't stop them from getting down low.
And so this will now translate to 14 wins on the season. And you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for Nerlens Noel.
Well, his defense gave them the spark they needed, protecting the rim with purpose. They were afraid to bring the ball inside against the big fella.
And we just got a second look there at the exceptional mobile one block.
And he's all over that shot, has it read the whole way and gets the position he needs to make a play.
Just 2 to shoot. Paul's shot is off. Booker outside. 41 seconds left in the game. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
Such an active shooter. Love how Booker gets defenders to try and be physical with him.
And Miami going with a whole new group out there. And here's Dragic. He'll bring it up for the Miami Heat. They led by as many as 18 points. 27 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Great D that time from Martin. Here's Wanamaker. Ariza covering.
They've won the rebound battle so far, and it's translated to the scoreboard.
Well, they look like they just want it more right now. You gotta love the hustle.
Dragic with it. And so Miami takes this one by a big margin. They came in here. Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that'll do it, folks.